So I'm new to this whole GoPro thingy. I'm just trying to figure out best places to mount it. You guys are right now, you're inside on the dash. Thinking maybe one where like my sun strip is above you guys, your view right now, and then one out on the hood, and then one maybe on the rear bumper, but I still got to figure all those out. So I plan to be making videos now that I have this. I like cars, so I'll be making a lot of car videos. Into skiing and mountain biking, so hopefully I'll take like trail videos and other things like that. But this is gonna be my first one. Oh, we got some humidity in here fogging up my window. But definitely, I know not a lot of people are gonna be watching these to start. But seriously, if you have something you want me to do, just let me know. Post in the comments or something. I drive a 14 GLI Autobahn with the navigation package. I got an APR Stage 1 ECU tune. I got the Carbonio intake, the Stage 1 intake. So I have the CBFA model of the Gen 3 EA88 engine. Thanks Volkswagen for that, just kidding. Basically it passes California emissions, but with that being said, APR hasn't made a Stage 2 intake, so I can't go Stage 2 on the intake, which I guess is alright. I could go aftermarket, but I really don't care that much just yet. Most of this drive to work in the morning is pretty nice. It's all highway. So it can be quite some fun sometimes. But gotta merge here. Hold on. So something I wanted to talk about today is the APR Stage 1 tune. You know, for younger guys that maybe be part-time, maybe you're working jobs that don't pay that much, the tune's a lot of money. It comes out after tax to be around $700, and then, I mean, you don't have to do this, but if you want to get the APR badge, that's like another $25. I'm sure you can find that cheaper on eBay. I just happened to buy it from the guy who did mine. I went to Next Level Tuning in Greensburg, PA. I'm from the Pittsburgh area. And then for my intake, I went to PSK Performance, which is right in Baldwin, Pennsylvania. Baldwin Township. But back to what I was saying about the cost of the tune. Honestly, as far as dollar to power ratio goes, it is the best modification or upgrade performance-wise that you can ever do on your. This is a Mark 6 GLI, so your GTI, your GLI. It honestly just cranks out so much more power. They utilize the turbo more and change your red line and things like that, and you're gonna pull out of there with a smile on your face. It's the biggest difference in the world. I jumped around 50 to 60 horsepower, I would say, and close to 100 torque. If you check out APR's numbers on their website, they're pretty damn spot on, and let me tell you, it feels like a whole different car. And I'm just Stage 1. Stage 2 is around another 20 horsepower, so I'm looking to do that eventually. But $700, it's a lot for someone who might not have that great of a job, but it's the best upgrade you can do, and certainly one of the first things that you should have on your mod list. Another good modification, I would say, that really makes the turbo sound real nice, an intake. I highly suggest going APR as well. Maybe if you're worried about voiding the warranty. I know I'm going to have a lot of people say, oh, you voided your warranty. A lot of dealerships around where I live are modification friendly. So they're kind of cool with me doing certain things as long as they are APR. They sort of have like an unwritten partnership with APR that, like, if you do APR products, they don't really care that much. They're not going to avoid it. So, but definitely do an intake. It looks great. It's carbon fiber. It's super light. Taking the stock intake box out opens up so much space in your engine if you were to ever want to do other maintenance on it later on down the road. But it honestly looks great, and it sounds great. The spool's louder. I get better low-end torque, things like that. There's definitely a little power boost from it. It's not going to be a huge number, but it certainly helps. I certainly notice a difference. So that would be the second mod that I would suggest to do. In my eyes, what good is a quick car if you don't sound like a quick car? The one thing that I probably hate most that Volkswagen didn't do is they didn't put dual exhaust on the GLI. Like the GTI has it, but this one doesn't. And the exhaust system is so quiet. I mean, I'm cruising on the highway right now going 80, and you can't hear a thing. That's all road noise because I have no music on, no nothing. But maybe if they had put on a better exhaust system, I wouldn't have to complain about it. But I'm going to, just because they definitely should look into that in their next model. So with that being said, definitely I would say get an exhaust system. A while back, I deleted my resonator and put on a MagnaFlow exhaust, a muffler, and it was the 14815 model. I'll post a video of the before, during, and after sounds of that as well. But that sounded great, but it droned, and I couldn't take it. I drive a couple hours to college pretty often, and I just couldn't take it anymore, and it was quite a headache. But I've been watching a lot of videos lately. I highly suggest the Miltech catback exhaust system. I'm definitely going to be getting that around here sometime soon. It just sounds unbelievable. It really does. And I know a guy that has one, and it sounds great, and I'm definitely looking into getting it. If you don't want to get the Miltech, or if you don't like that sound, another great one's the CTS one. And you can find all of these on ecstuning.com. And you just put in your model of your car, and they'll have all of it. But those are definitely the two exhaust systems I would suggest. Don't waste your money buying APRs. It's like, I think their turbo back's like $1,350, and that's on a 33% sale. It's like $2,000. Like that, don't waste your money. You could buy 2.5 catbacks for that. Like, it's not worth it. But that's because the downpipe that APR makes is like $750, so the turbo back takes that into account and whatnot. I'd say a fourth mod, if you like cars, you like wheels. They just go hand in hand. Whatever preference you like. My car's silver with black interior with red stitching. I love black wheels on it. I took the stock wheels and plastic dipped them a while back, and it looked great. But I peeled it off because I plan on getting new wheels and making these stock ones my winter wheels. So that's definitely a fourth mod. As far as fifth mod goes, you could do interior things. You could do interior lighting. Honestly, whatever you want. Depending on the car you have, I mean, even if you have a GLI, really after that point, it's all up to your preference what you want to do. You can get your TCU tuned and like your DSG and get that all so it shifts quicker. And I looked into it and I don't really understand it that much, and I really don't think it's that worth it. So we're almost pulling into work here today. got that morning rush hour. But yeah, as I was saying, honestly, if you guys have any suggestions, I can put up any videos of stuff that I've done to my car. I can make plasti dipping videos. I could do driving logs like I did today. I could do mod logs. I could do reviews, product reviews. I mean, I'm always open to sponsorship and reviewing people's products and getting their word out there. I'm all about that. If your product's good, it's gonna show. So when you show it, and if you see the results and people like it, that's good advertisement for you, and it's pretty much free too. Some other things I'm thinking of doing, as I was saying, hopefully come wintertime I'll do skiing videos, and maybe I'll do a biking video around here sometime soon. But I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been really busy, but excuse me. Oh, and some other upgrades you could do, now that I'm thinking about it. If you really want, if you're a person that's going to go to a car show, lower your car. If I get new wheels, I'm lowering my car, just because there's that wheel gap, and I just hate it. Some people don't care about this, but a lot of car fanatics do. I know I should care more, but I'm not going to lie, I really don't. Everybody tells me coilovers. You're going to want to adjust them and lower them later and blah, 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 blah. I just don't want to spend the money. I'm honestly probably going to go the cheap route and go springs. And I know I'll get hate for that, but hey, that's what I want to do. So definitely, if you're going to get the wheels, I'd lower your car. If you're going to car shows and you want a clean engine bay, they sell a lot of stuff for this car specifically in the engine bay. Oil plugs and a different dipstick and a different windshield cap, and they actually have an all carbon fiber engine cover. I think it's like $350, and it looks really tight. It looks real good in the car. So I mean, if you're into that, definitely do that. Just some other cosmetic things I've done to my car. It came with the standard Volkswagen badges, the logo in the front and the rear. I switched those out for carbon fiber ones, so I'll try to get those on here in a second, but so we just pulled up to work here today. Some other cosmetic things I've done. Have you guys heard of laminex.com? I'm sure you have. They make custom, I would call them adhesive stickers, basically vinyl stickers. You can tint your fog lights. Depending on the model that you have, you'll have fog lights or you might not have fog lights, but I tinted mine and they look really good. I plan on getting different bulbs so that they look even darker and brighter. Thing I would highly suggest is getting another thing I'd highly suggest is, so that's what the trim looks like, guys. I mean, for those of you watching this, you probably have this car, or you probably just love cars, so that's what the trim looks like. 21,000 miles. So what I was saying was I have the carbon fiber badges. They look like that. They look pretty nice, honestly. Crank out some heat under this. Hold on one second here, guys. So there's the APR intake. There's the engine bay. Honestly, pretty clean. I haven't even touched it. There's the secondary air intake. The stupid CBFA engine requires that when you upgrade your intake, so gotta stick with that stuff. And then there's the fog lights. But honestly, guys, I also did my mirrors black. They look pretty good. But yeah, if you have any other things you guys want to see, let me know.